want to start meal prepping? Well, I'm gonna turn you from an average Joe to a pro. I'm Antron Marcus here with you to talk about how to meal prep like a pro. We're gonna talk everything from cookware, recipes, to storage, etc. But first, we're gonna get into the 5 main points.
Yo, I fucked up, guys. I forgot to mention step 5 like an idiot. I guess I was just too eager to get you guys a video so you guys can start stepping up your meal prep game and getting closer to your goals. But nevertheless, step 5 is going to be subscribing to the channel. Support the channel so that way I can keep making cool videos like this so we can keep elevating together. But these 4 are going to hold you down for now. Let's get back to the video.
Why to even start meal prepping? So the 5 main things why a person would even want to start meal prepping is probably dieting, save time, save money, and well, making eating easier. So first things first, decision making. Instead of going for the cookies, we can go for the fruit. But in order to be able to eliminate this decision of going for the cookie, we just remove the cookies out of the process by not purchasing the cookies. When we eliminate the idea of actually having those possibilities within our home, we eliminate the possibility of cheating or just veering off and maybe binge eating or even snacking here throughout the day. Instead, we leave ourselves with more healthier options like a fruit or even a vegetable. So when you remove these options like not having a bag of chips or popcorn, because those are 2 of my favorite things that I will literally kill if they are in my sight. So first things first, you have to remove those things out of your sight. Those are toxic foods. We want to stick to the tonic foods, the foods that's going to make us feel good and get us closer to the end goal, right? Because we're on this direct path toward leading towards change. So we want to eliminate those toxic foods. And then another way that we can be able to control the fork is by keeping those foods prepped and in the refrigerator. When we have those meals already in a container, it leaves us a way to be able to track our calories more efficiently than just having macros. Because when we have macros, we're looking on the back of boxes, we're giving ourselves a little bit of leeway, and we're adding a little bit more to the bowl or to the plate. But when we have those prep meals inside the refrigerator, we just have that meal, we pop it in the microwave, it's easy and it's done. And that's how to make counting calories easier, right? We already eliminated a lot of hurdles. When we eliminate the choices, we really just make it simple. And the fastest train track towards success is always gonna be simplicity. Because as long as the process is simple, we don't overthink it and we don't overeat. So when we have our meals prepped and ready to go, it makes everything very simple, right? But when things are in the refrigerator and they're kind of just all over the place, we're giving ourselves too many variations and too many options. All right, next we're gonna talk about the cheddar, right? So how can we save that money? Because everybody has this mindset, dieting is expensive. When you really think about it, it's not. So let's take Chipotle, right? Chipotle for lunch. You wanna have Chipotle one time for lunch every single day, 5 days a week for 1 year. So a Chipotle bowl is normally like $10.94. Times that, it's around $54.50. Now, if you round that up to 1 year, it's around $2,800. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a lot of money spent on just one meal, 5 days for a year. Now you gotta also include the other 4 to 3 meals that you wanna have throughout the day, especially if you wanna put on size, you're bulking up or you're dieting, whatever the case may be. You're probably gonna have more than just one meal, right? So you gotta logically think that if you are dieting down or you are dieting in general, having your meals prepped is honestly gonna save you a lot more money than eating out or ordering through Grubhub, because you also gotta think about the delivery fees and all these other fees that they wanna add on top of just giving you a bowl full of food. So if you think about it, let's say Costco. Costco, a 10-pound bag of chicken is usually around 20 bucks. And one meal prepped is usually between $3 to $5. Now that's a lot less than $10.94 for just one meal. So overall, dieting is also going to save you a whole lot of cash. And if you look at it, it's overall a good investment for your pockets and for your body. So we're gonna double back to the meal prep and just grabbing a container and going, right? That's gonna save us time. Time is of the essence, and a lot of people always talking about how they do not have time to go to the gym, do not have time to do that. Yes, you're gonna spend a little bit of time prepping the meal, but I can show you a quick and fast way to do a week's worth of meal prepping in just 30 minutes. And we're gonna get into that soon. But if you just have meals prepped into the fridge, all you gotta do is grab and you can go. And ultimately, it's gonna save you a lot more time than if you do not have meals ready. And it's also gonna save you a lot more time when it comes to investment on your body, because it's gonna take you longer to reach that goal if every single once in a while that you're running into problems where you don't have the food. So you tend to have access to other food that's probably not as good for you. And in that sense, you're already quote unquote busy. So you overeat usually when you're busy. All right, guys, so for this last piece, I want to introduce my wife, my beautiful wife, and I'm going to have her give you guys, why does it make your life easy? Why would you say that meal prepping makes your life easier, babe? Even though I know that you don't really track your macros or nothing like that, how does it make it easier and fit in with your lifestyle?
So you don't have to think about what you're eating for your next meal, and you don't have to sit there and try to put together ingredients you already have in the fridge. You can just pop the fridge open, throw it in the microwave, or heat it up on a pan like I do, and just eat your food.
And can you tell the people how busy your schedule is right now with school, with nursing, and well, all that you got going on?
Oh gosh, honestly, if I didn't meal prep, I wouldn't eat.
Right, so overall, how busy her schedule is, she meal preps to make it easier for her to be able to eat, to make sure that she gets some type of nutrients in her body, to make sure that she's able to think and react and, you know, do well in school. So overall, that's the reason why meal prepping makes life easier, especially when you're busy, right?
Exactly.